Hello girls. Today we discuss about the family commelinaceae. So first of all, the distinguishing characters of commelinaceae. So you have to see in this picture. So these are the members of family commelinaceae, that is Commelina bengalensis. So first of all, we discuss about the distinguishing characters of the family commelinaceae. So in these plants there are herbaceous and with the jointed stems are observed. These leaves are sheathing and alternates. You have to see in picture. These leaves are alternately present and they are having the sheathing leaf base. Uh, that means the basal part of the leaves are some part of these basal parts are attached to the stem, that is seeding leaf base. Then the inflorescences are cincinous, that means the at the terminal bud there is a single flower is present and the other flowers are arranged on the lateral branches. Then flowers are hermaphrodite, that is both male and female sex organs are present in flower. Then actinomorphic, that means the radial symmetry, and the perianth leaves 6 into 2 whorls. So this is the family of the monocot. That means uh, in that plants the calyx and corolla are converted into the perianth. So these perianth are arranged in two whorls, that is 3 plus 3. Then stamens are also in conditions of 3 plus 3 or in 3 in numbers. Some reduced to staminoids, so some non-functional or reduced conditions of stamens, that is the staminoids, are also observed in this flower. Then carpels are 3 and they are superior, that means the other flower parts are present below the ovary. Then there is the axial placentation. These ovules are present at the axis, or they are attached with the axis. So this is the general characters of commelinaceae. So in previous video I talk on the Capparidaceae, then Umbelliferae, Rubiaceae, Solanaceae. So these are the families of dicots, and this is the family of monocots. And the distribution of these families, mostly in that family there is the 15 genera and it contains about 700 species. In India, it is reported or represented by 11 genera and 75 species. तो इंडिया में टोटल हमें इसके 11 जेनेराज मिलते हैं और उसमें की 75 स्पेसीज है. तो let's move towards the systematic position or classification of this family commelinaceae. So it comes under the division spermatophyta, that means seed bearing organs. Then subdivision is angiospermy, that is ovules are enclosed in the ovary. Then it belongs to the class Monocotyledone, that characterized by parallel venations, fibrous root system, and seeds with the one cotyledons. Then series is coronary, that is the bisexual flowers, and ovary are superior. Bisexual, that means the male and female's sex present on the same flower, and the ovary is superior, means the all floral parts are present below the ovary. Then its family is commelinaceae, genus Commelina, and species bengalensis. So this is the classification of commelinaceae. Next is the diagrammatic representation of this Commelina bengalensis. So these are the entire plant with small underground herbs. So this is the herbaceous. You have to see in the flower at the tip bud of this apex. Then another flowers are arranged on the lateral branches. So in the flower, you have to see in the perianth and some stamens, and the middle is the ovary. Then there is the C figure, that is the fruit of this commelina. Then D diagram, there is the floral diagram. In that you have to see in the different some the outer part is the bracts, then inside there is the perianth is present, then below perianth there is the three stamens and three staminoids are present, and at the center there is the ovary is present. In that ovules are, in that there is the axial placentation of the ovary. So let's start about the general characters of this family or the genus Commelina. So this Commelina genus is the annual or perennial succulent herbs, erect or creeping with the solan nodes. तो ये हमें ये प्लांट एनुअली भी प्रेजेंट रहता है और पेरेनियल भी. एनुअल मतलब जिसका लाइफ स्पैन 1 ईयर रहता है, और पेरेनियल दैट मीन्स द plants having the lifespan of the 2 to more years. So and it also the succulent herb because the leaves of this plant shows some succulent structure. So these plants are erect or creeping with solan nodes. जो नोड्स है वो हमें कुछ सोलन मतलब सोलन्स नोड्स यहाँ पे प्रेजेंट रहेंगे, और जो प्लांट है वो इरेक्ट या तो क्रीपिंग में हमें दिखाई देता है. नेक्स्ट कैरेक्टर इज द लीव्स. सो लीव्स आर अल्टरनेट and with basal membranous closed sheath. You have to see in the figure, and that these are present alternately, and at the base there is the leaf sheath is present. Then about the inflorescence, the inflorescence is terminal or axillary or scorpoid or bellicoid cyme or टर्मिनल साइम और पेनिकल्स भी हमें बोल सकते हैं. इन दैट केस देर इज द एट द टिप बर्ड देर इज द सिंगल फ्लावर इज प्रेजेंट, and the another flower is produced on the lateral branches. Then next is about the flowers. So flowers are blue and white, irregular or regular, then bisexual, spathe-like rect and bracteoles are present, and it also the hypogynous. So you have to see in this picture of flowers. In that picture flowers there is the two blue petals, that means perianth is present. Then there is green ovary. On these there is the three steriles and three fertile anthers are present. On that there is the one small white petal is present with its that means there is the perianth. In that two are big and one is small perianth. Then is the some stigma below the above the ovary there is the style and stigma is present. So this is the flower of the Commelina bengalensis. So most of it is found in the white and blue color flowers. Flowers are irregular and bisexual. Then spathe like ract and bracteoles are present. You have to see on the side of this flower there is a green colored leaf like structure, that is the spathe. And there is the some bracteoles are also present in these flowers, and it shows the hypogynous condition. That means below the ovary all floral parts are present. Then next is about perianth. So perianth is in 6 segment in 2 series, that is 3 plus 3. Then androecium also stamens are in 6 numbers and the filaments are free. In case of gynoecium, there is the 1 to 2, 3 carpels are present and they are syncarpous, that means they are united. Ovary shows superior, style is this simple and stigma is capitate. So there is the characters of the gynoecium, and the ovary shows the exile placentation. Then fruit type is the capsule type or nut, and seeds are albuminous. The floral diagram or floral formula is the bracteate, then the hermaphrodite, then it is bisexual, then perianth which is in 3 plus 3 conditions, then androecium is 6 in number, and gynoecium it is also in 3 and it is syncarpous, that's why they give the bracket and shows superior ovary, that's why gives underline to this gynoecium. In side figures there is the structure of fruit, which is capsule type of fruit is developed on these plants, and seeds which contains the many capsules which is in albuminous structure. Then there is the some other examples of this family which are economically important, that are Zebrina pendula, that is cultivated in the gardens as an ornamental trailers. Leaves are attractive with the strips. जो आपको राइट साइड में जो पिक्चर दिख रहा है, that is the Zebrina pendulana, which is in our college. There is a lot of creativity are developed from this Zebrina pendulana. Then Tradescantia discolor, that is the at the left hand side there is the at the bottom picture, that is green and purple leaves, which is the Tradescantia discolor, which is also the Rio discolars. So these cultivated in gardens as a beautiful pot plants and used to calculate solute potential of plant tissues because there is the colored cytoplasm. So in experimental purpose these plants are used. Then third another species of this family is the Commelina nudiflora. These plants are common weeds which is found after the rain. So this shows in the left hand one figure, that is the commelina nudiflora. And these are mostly grow as a weed. So these are some members of the commelinaceae which are observed in sites of weed. So I hope all of you are got about this family commelinaceae. So the first up you mind that this is the family of monocots. So firstly you have to mention the distinguishing character, which is very important to find out the family of these plants. So the most important characters of these plants regarding the distinguishing characters, that are the sheathing leaf base of the leaves, then herbs with jointed stems, then regarding the inflorescence, that is cincinous inflorescence, and these perianth leaves which is arranged in 3+3 conditions. Also there is some stamens and reduced conditions staminoids are observed, and with the axial placentation. In case of distribution, in 50 genera and 700 species are observed in the world. In that, our in India, there is the 11 genera and 75 species are uh, recorded in India. Then about the classification. Classification में division Spermatophyta, subdivision angiosperms, class Monocotyledons, series Coronariae, family Commelinaceae, genus Commelina, and species Bengalensis. Then you have to mention about the general characters of this Commelina bengalensis. So mention the characters and also draw the flowering twigs, floral diagram, etc. Then in general characters, it is annual or perennial succulent herbs with swollen nodes, and in creeping or erect plants. Leaves mostly alternate with the basal sheath is present. Inflorescence are terminal cyme. The flowers are blue or white, irregular. Spathe is present, also hypogynous. Then perianth is in 6 segment, which is arranged in 2 series. Androecium is also in 6 and filaments are free. Gynoecium is 1 to 3 carpels, and they are syncarpous, superior ovary, and stigma is capitate type. Then fruit is a capsule fruit and seeds are albuminous. Then write down the floral formula and give some other members which are economically important, that are Zebrina, Pedunla, Tradescantia discolor, and Commelina nodiflora. So I hope all of you are understood this family Commelinaceae. So today I stop here. In next lecture with the remaining only last family, that is the Graminea or Poaceae. We have to see in this family in next video.